In an interview with the Mail and Guardian, African-American televangelist Mark Burns criticized South Africa's foreign policy ambivalence regarding the dollar and contested the idea that the nation is experiencing a white genocide. He is a Republican who served as the state governor of South Carolina and is the pastor of Harvest Worship Center. He was a Pastors for Trump board member. Before we continue, please kindly subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell for more updates. Thanks. Burns was designated one of Donald Trump's key advisors by Time magazine in 2016 for being an early backer of the candidate. Burns' trip to South Africa comes after months of tense ties between the U.S. and South Africa that resulted in the U.S. granting refugee status to 49 Afrikaners and the awkward bilateral trade reset meeting in May at the White House, where Trump accused President Cyril Ramaphosa of genocide. Burns: I've been around Africa several times, but this was my first visit in South Africa. I think I'm in the United States. I will tell you the truth. There are a lot of similarities, from your roads and highways to your transit and architecture. With the exception of the fact that we drive on separate sides of the highways, I literally feel as if I'm back in South Carolina. According to Mark Burns, the elephant in the room is obviously the conversation that took place in the Oval Office between your president, Cyril Ramaphosa, and my president, Donald Trump. There has been a belief system or a conversation that there is a white genocide occurring in South Africa and that white farmers are being targeted and having their land stolen. Based solely on my discussions with Afrikaners and Black, colored, and Asian South Africans, I'm surprised to learn that the majority of them, if not all of them, are stunned to learn that it was ever discussed in their nation. Yes, without a doubt, President Trump is a man of peace, to reiterate. His objective is to promote wealth and peace to every country. For this reason, he is taking actions that previous presidents did not do, such as speaking with Iran and Syria. We don't know the reality of the data that media are giving, so maybe white genocide is genuine. We only know what has been shown to us. Black people are hunting down these white farmers who have come to the United States of America out of fear for their lives. Therefore, if that is the case, I, as a black man, stand for what is right rather than what is fashionable. There is an issue with crime. 12 farmers were among the almost 5,200 killings that occurred in the last quarter of 2024. Only 3 of the 12 were white. Accordingly, these are the actual figures from white Afrikaners, who make up 70% of the farms in South Africa. I just had a great meeting with them, and I'm learning all of this fresh stuff directly from white leaders. You know what, if I were in a room full of black people, I would probably say, to make oneself seem innocent, you're most likely fabricating a story. Do they want further defense from law-abiding law enforcement? Of course. Do they think there's an issue with crime? Of course. Because they are white farmers. Do they think that they are in danger? No, they don't. For the record, let me state unequivocally that the battles between Israel and Palestine and Russia are not American conflicts. These are not administration Trump's battles, even if I recognize the importance of the U.S. and the administration. These disputes have been passed down to President Trump. You spoke about his brazen nature. America is fed up with being exploited by the rest of the globe, which is why we voted for him so resoundingly. The United States and the rest of the globe are at odds. And I believe your president could continue to invite the president to come play golf, attend the G20, visit South Africa, and see for himself, just as he did previously at the White House. But once again, BRICS is a challenge. I could simply say that BRICS is quite difficult. I recognize that there are many who believe that the S represents South Africa, whereas the BRICS represent Brazil, Russia, India, and China. Furthermore, it is not desirable for these states and organizations to unite with the goal of creating a separate currency to directly challenge the powerful U.S. dollar, as stated by President Trump, regardless of how strong or weak that goal may be. Negotiations will not benefit from that. It isn't beneficial for commerce. In the end, I could tell you that President Trump's top priority is to make everyone wealthy so that all countries, including South Africa, may prosper. I'm not able to speak for him. He'll do the talking. However, I would suggest that the president attend the G20 if it were up to me. Additionally, The president is a bright and intelligent person who starts to have doubts when given the correct facts.